the only woman Adolf Hitler ever claimed to love, died from a bullet from his own gun. On the morning of September 19, 1931, his 23-year-old half-niece, Geli Raubal, was found dead in his lavish Munich apartment. She was lying face down in a pool of blood, with a single gunshot wound to her chest that had pierced her lung. The weapon found near her body was Hitler's personal revolver. The bedroom door was locked from the inside. Almost immediately, her death was declared a suicide. In a stunning break from procedure, no formal inquest or autopsy was ever performed. The first police investigator on the scene, Heinrich Müller, took two key pieces of evidence: the pistol and an unfinished letter on her desk. That letter was not a suicide note. It was a cheerful message to a friend about her plans to travel to Vienna. Müller was later promoted by Hitler to be the head of the Gestapo, which many saw as a reward. Hitler, 19 years older than her, was obsessed with Geli. After moving her into his apartment, he kept her as a virtual prisoner under his total control. Geli confided to a friend, "My uncle is a monster. Nobody understands what he demands of me." Hitler's official alibi was that he'd had a loud argument with Geli, shouted for the last time, "No," and then left the city before she died. But his alibi was a lie. A restaurant owner testified that he saw Hitler and Geli in a private room until the early morning, after which they returned to the apartment. A speeding ticket proves Hitler's car was racing towards Munich the next day, but before the body was discovered, he was rushing back to control the scene. The most damning evidence against suicide is what happened to those who knew too much. Hitler used the 1934 political purge, the Night of the Long Knives, to murder men who had knowledge of the Geli Raubal affair. A journalist who investigated her death was arrested, sent to a concentration camp, and executed. A priest, who had seen a compromising, explicit letter from Hitler to Geli, was found shot 3 times in a forest, his neck broken. The restaurant owner who destroyed Hitler's alibi was also among those killed during the purge. In the aftermath, Hitler fell into a deep depression. He declared Geli the only woman he had ever loved, and preserved her bedroom as a shrine. He abruptly became a vegetarian, stating that eating meat was like eating a corpse. His photographer later said that Geli's death was when the seeds of inhumanity began to grow inside Hitler. A darker theory suggests his grief was an act. It suggests the true lesson Hitler learned was that he could commit a monstrous act, cover it up, and rewrite reality to his liking, emboldening him for the atrocities to come.